Police are searching for suspects in another sexual assault in Scarborough. We have the latest.
An emergency landing in Singapore grounds a fleet of Airbuses, and Toronto sports fans are recovering from another rough night. Humber News starts right now.
Hello, it's November 4th, 2010. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at North Campus. I'm Crystal Burney. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Romi Levine. Ahead on our show, we will have all of your news, sports, and entertainment highlights. But first, Crystal has our top story.
Police are searching for two suspects after a 13-year-old was sexually assaulted in the McLevin and Nielsen Road area in Scarborough. Police say the child was kicked and then dragged into a dark blue Honda. This comes after the violent assault of a 13-year-old girl in a Scarborough park Tuesday. Police say they don't believe the attacks are related. Police also say the two suspects are male. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS.
About 90 Toronto police officers are facing possible disciplinary action for taking off their name tags at the G20 summit. Police Chief Bill Blair appeared in Ottawa before the House of Commons Public Safety Committee to discuss police security during the June summit. Blair says those who are not wearing name tags will likely lose a day's pay. Toronto Police Association President Mike McCormick says no disciplinary action has been taken.
Ontario NDP health critic France Janene is introducing a private member's bill to slap warning stickers on all cell phones, warning users about the risk of cancer. Humber reporter Natalia Bouya spoke to cell phone junkies to get their opinions.
While some people argue cell phones cause cancer due to the frequent exposure to radiation, Health Canada says on their website that the risk is very low. Humber student John Happy says he wouldn't give up his cell phone and doesn't think it causes cancer.
I think they might contribute to it, like everything else, but so do tomatoes. I mean, everything contributes to cancer and takes away from it. I mean, that's just life. The whole idea is balance, like anything else.
BlackBerry warns its users about radio frequency radiation. That is, if you take the time to read the manual. Another student, Nalita Kazadi, isn't opposed to the idea of warning labels.
If I bought a cell phone and I seen that, I would have bought an earpiece.
Carlos Duran agrees that using Bluetooth is a better option.
I guess if it is proven and there is like an actual proof that it will cause cancer, I guess we will go with Bluetooth. I guess, but I mean, like, I don't think that cell phones will go away anytime soon.
The McGuinty government won't support the bill, saying there's not enough proof that cell phones can actually cause cancer. Regardless of what the science says, judging from the avid cell phone users here at Humber, they won't be hanging up anytime soon. For Humber News, I'm Natalia Bouya.
Students are twice as likely to finish high school than they were 20 years ago. A new Statistics Canada report found that fewer than 1 in 10 students dropped out of high school in 2009. The recent recession gets credit for helping struggling students stay in school. Janene Christiansen is a manager at Humber's registration office and says Humber had an increase in students over the last year.
For the fall 2010 term, about 10% higher than it was last year at this time. Humber's enrollment has historically over the last few years been probably the highest, or is the highest in the college system.
The StatsCan report says students who dropped out of high school earn $70 a week less than their classmates who get their diplomas.
Drinking coffee is hazardous to your health if you're driving. That's according to a study by a U.S. insurance company. The new report says the most distracting item to consume in the car is coffee because spilling the hot beverage could cause serious burns and distract the driver from the road. Nursing student Fayron Ambrose says she's cautious while drinking her Java in her car.
Like every time the light turns red, that's when I do drink my coffee. I don't drink and drive because I don't feel safe.
You may want to think again about cruising off with a coffee in hand. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says 80% of crashes are caused by distractions to the driver.
An Eastern Ontario Legion is closed indefinitely after a controversial Halloween party. The Campbellford branch awarded first prize to a man dressed as a member of the Ku Klux Klan who led around another man in blackface makeup with a noose around his neck. The Legion's provincial president says letting the two men into the branch was outrageous, and he has since ordered the branch closed. Legion members are concerned the incident will affect poppy sales and will reflect poorly on the organization.
Ottawa MPP Lisa MacLeod is pushing for Remembrance Day to become a statutory holiday in Ontario. The Nepean-Carleton Conservative will be introducing a private bill to recognize the day as a public holiday in recognition of the sacrifices made by veterans. Currently, Remembrance Day is a statutory holiday in all provinces except Ontario, Quebec, and Manitoba. MacLeod says if the bill passes, it will replace February's Family Day.
Coming up after the break, Scott Money gives us our sports update, and Pam Ball will tell us what to expect in our 5-day forecast.
The weather's calling for rain boots and umbrellas. I'll let you know when you can trade them in for sunglasses. Your 5-day forecast after the break.